Welcome back to another episode of Cast Me Outside. I'm your host, Aaron Scholl. Today's date is Friday, February 7th, 2025. I hope you're doing well out there. Thank you for joining me. We got another regular episode today. When I went to comedy yesterday, I'm kind of avoiding comedy today. I just made the biggest mistake ever. And that was taking a second to lay down. And that just killed all my momentum, and it felt so good to do nothing. Man, I don't know. I guess I've been feeling very fragmented. I don't know if I feel like I'm on a treadmill or if I'm just tired. It just sucks. I feel like I'm having some moments of doubt, but we're still doing this. We're recording this episode. Glad to be here. I like doing this. Definitely am a cell phone junkie. That's what I am. I am a cell phone junkie, and I hope you guys don't judge me if I wipe off my glasses while I yap with you all. So what's up? How was today? Today was Friday. Yesterday was good. First time I did comedy in about a week and a half. I went dead last. So I was there watching my friends and fellow peers go up there and do just okay. Of course, the people who are like on a different level, they can go up there and they turn that 5 minutes into something magical, and then the rest of us, we're up there just trying our best. It's just, praying that someone will throw us a life preserver so we can float off stage to the warm embrace of our fellow comedians. No, I don't know. I was like in a pissy mood because I was last, because sleep and yada yada. Having to sit around and wait all night. And then the host, Damien, a buddy of mine who's been doing comedy a lot longer than me, he gave me like a great warm intro, and then I felt like such a douchebag for being all butthurt about having to sit around. Man. But it sucks. At this mic, they rewrite the list, so you show up, and it doesn't matter if you show up early or if you show up and you write your name down last on the list, because then the host just goes and reorders it. And I was last, and they say it's not personal, and I know it probably wasn't, but that doesn't mean it doesn't cause feelings. Doesn't mean people aren't going to react to seeing their name last, knowing, great, that means I'm going to be here all night, and I'm not going to have a ton of audience. But survived. It was kind of a lighter crew, so we got more time, and like I said, all of my crabbiness really was shown right back at me. It was reflected back at me when I was introduced with so much love. So positivity. I've been trying to be a little bit positive despite kind of my sour demeanor at the start of this episode. I have been trying just to, like, as lame and as little as it is, just wish people a good day. Just kind of systematically go through like the people in the room with me or people that are on my mind, and just kind of say, I hope that person has a good day. Just a little bit of positivity, because man, like I do skew so negative, and it's wild. But yeah, basically a regular day of monotony and listening to podcasts. I don't know. I think I did finish most of the Bret Weinstein episode that I talked about on the Bret Weinstein episode of Joe Rogan that I talked about a little bit on Friday's episode. I was maybe like a little stoned, but there was definitely like a moment of just like anxiety, fear that comes from it. And at the time it was kind of a positive one. It was one that was like, oh, it was really hitting home. They were talking about like porn and video games. I was like, two vices that I have been up against. And, just people you admire or respect talking about the destructiveness of those things and how basically the porn and the video games are only getting stronger. It's like weed. First thing that got really strong was the weed, and then the porn got crazy, and then the video games got crazy, and now we're just a bunch of fucking wanker gamer potheads. But we didn't even stand a chance. No, I don't know. Obviously, complex relationship I have with all of these instant gratification things. I think it really feels like the end result feels like a cell phone problem, maybe a screen problem. And I feel like the point that I want to like tackle is bedtime. I like almost got into like watching videos where people talk about waking up at 5 a.m. for a month and how that changed or didn't change their life. I almost watched one of those videos. But I think I'm kind of past that type of productivity videos. Like, it's cool. I know I'm not a 5 a.m.er. I know I'm probably never going to be a 5 a.m.er, but maybe I can be in bed at 11 and then wake up at 9 or 10 and feel like normal. I don't know if I ever feel normal or caught up or secure in my day. I kind of always feel like I'm just like racing to the next part or racing to the part of the day where I finally have some free time to myself, because it's just like, bam, right out of bed into work. But yeah, the sleep thing's been on my mind. Obviously, I probably mentioned it like over the past 3 episodes. Like I said, I'm avoiding a open mic now. I could maybe make it, but I think I kind of made my bed. I kind of work in like a dusty environment, and I'm wondering if that like is why I feel so tired after work. Or I wonder if it's just like the monotony. I don't know. They do say ADHD people suffer burnout harder. I haven't really done any deep diving into that, so I can only say from experience of fucking fried I feel and how hard it is. How difficult I make my life. But yeah, other than like the sweeping realizations that I'm wasting my life away. Pretty good Friday. I like flip flop so hard on the like leaving my job on the date in my mind where I said I want to quit. And it's like, it's so scary, but it's like so far away, so I can't let all that anxiety kind of overtake me. It's really just a decision that I have to lock in, halfway through June. You know what else is also weighing on my mind? Just some like, I haven't looked at my bank account in a while. That always fucking bugs me. Once again, then it becomes something you're avoiding when it's like, like I think I've only had one really scary bank account moment. So it's like, I don't know why I let that anxiety have any say when there's like barely any reality. It's like, just look at it. And then I have to pay my student loan. I should do that like right after this episode. At least I can pat myself on the back for that. But yeah, I'm having a really hard time of finding stuff to listen to. And my YouTube sucks. Everything on my YouTube just sucks. It's all like Marvel stuff. It's like I can watch some video games if I'm actually watching it, but I can't like listen to people play video games. I can listen to someone talk about computers or a review or drama, but I can't listen to someone play video games without watching. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's just like a cacophony of noise. But yeah, if I'm gonna be a fuddy duddy and stay in tonight, maybe I can be in bed by 11. And attack the day. My nephew's 1. I gotta think about what to give him for his first birthday. I do not know. I might just go get him like a stuffed animal or something. I have like a lot of in my Arrested Development. I have a lot of like toys and shit floating around. So I'm just like, this is my way of unloading my Arrested Development. All of my little sad, like totems of boyhood. I don't know, trophies of boyhood. I need to get rid of a lot of them. I have like three Pokemon VHSs right next to me. It's like, what am I doing? What's going on here? So I don't know. And then I think about like, what am I giving up? What am I gaining? I think I really just need to like put my foot in the sand, and I'll put my foot down and just be like, okay, it's now or never. Jump out the plane, quit your job, move, try something, go through the ups and downs. It's like the quiet desperation. It's creeping in fast, guys, when we don't want that. But okay, my weird introspective self-aggrandizing sob story. We can end it. I did listen to my other kind of current event podcast. I listened to the boyscast, and let me think about that. If there was anything crazy, just crazy Trump stuff. Yep, I mean, this is what's happening. We're on this wacky ride, and there's a chance that that cool stuff comes out of this. If these things get audited, sounds good to me. Like, let's get a little bit of transparency. But I kind of lean to this is the lesser of two evils, and I could be proven wrong. Oh, I broke my fast food thing. I mean, I've been eating Sheets when I have to, but I got Burger King. And you know what? I stopped. I got 3 burgers. I only ate 2, which I think was a smart thing because less is more, especially when it comes to like crappy food. Just a little taste. Just give me a bite. Don't need to fucking get keeled over and question every step I make. After gorging out on that fast food. But yeah, positive comedy night, still just up too late. But whatever, let's get into advice. This was a good one. My friend asked me not to be intimate in her house until she has. Okay, the old, I want to be the first person to fuck in this house. Alpha move. I think these are a bunch of lesbians. I'm a 20-year-old female staying with my friend who's also a 20-year-old female. For a work placement I've been stationed at for 6 weeks. It was nice of her to offer me to stay with her, and I am very grateful, especially because she is allowing me to have my partner, another 20-year-old female, stay over. However, last night we were discussing having her over this weekend, and my friend mentioned she would be working all weekend, and with that she doesn't want my girlfriend and I sleeping together in her house because she just moved in and she hadn't slept with anyone here yet. Yeah, this is my fucking territory. This is some like alpha lesbian territory shit. And you could always pull the good news where it's just 2 girls. That doesn't count as sex. You can always pull that card. I wonder what the line is then. It's like basically anything past third base or more. Is that what is the base system for lesbians? First, second, and third is the same. What is the home run? is like a home run just running back and forth between third and second base for lesbians. You never scored, man. The old, hey, I don't want you to fuck here. I got you. I want to be the first person to do everything in this house. First person to shit in that toilet. First person to fucking spill milk on that counter. First person to burn something on the stovetop. First person to knock my boots off before I go through the front door. Real lesbian alpha shit. Okay, and she agrees. Let's see how this plays out. Before I get into a weird lesbian rant. On the brink of talking about lesbianism for 20 minutes. Somebody stop me. I agreed in the moment, but immediately found it weird because my partner and I won't be intimate for a long time if that's the case. And if we're waiting for her to fucking close the deal, it's going to be a long, cold, pent-up winter. We're just going to be some extra angry lesbians. Going to practice softball again. Yeah, I got to blow off some steam somehow, right? She's like, I agreed because, like, I get it. But then I realized that means I have to give up sex. So now I don't get it. That's like the vibe I get from this. Let's finish this. And it feels strange to me to try to control another person's sex life. Dude, go get a hotel and fucking bang. She's not controlling your sex life. She's controlling what's going on underneath her roof. And, you know, big dog's got to eat first. Mama's got to eat before all, you know, her little guests eat. Oh, yeah, you're hungry. Why eat first? This is my house. You're my guest. Go get a fucking hotel room. Go fucking to a rest stop like the male homosexuals and have some fucking public sex. Because you ain't using my home. Not until mama gets her rocks off. She's not trying to control your sex life. I get that you're salty. And it is kind of weird. But you should respect the house. I understand where she's coming from, and I still find it very strange. I would never even think to ask someone not to sleep with their partner whenever they want. You've never really been dealing with someone who's sleeping with their partner whenever they want. You've never really dealt with that level of freedom. Inhibitions to the wind. Just every opportunity, whenever the moment strikes. I bet you there'd be a couple moments that struck that you walk in on and you're like, hey, I keep walking in on you having sex. I don't want to control your sex life. I think you should sleep with your partner whenever you fucking want. But on the other hand, I'm your roommate and that shit's fucking weird. It's making me really struggle to make eye contact with you right now. Because I know what all this looks like. Okay. And now she does some clarification. She is paying rent. She offered to have my partner come stay and even stated, once I have sex here, you can go crazy, but I want to be the first one. Dude, let her break in her own house. It's like, do you give the first sip? Like, do you give someone the first sip? They get, the peace of mind of being the first person to sip, but then you get the rest of the soda unencumbered all to yourself. Is that a good trade? Is that worth it? Or, obviously, if you're being gracious, like a host, you're not giving someone the last sip. Or are you giving him a middle sip? Or you're like, okay, you get the second sip. Because right here, she's like, I'm not giving you the first fucking sip. She's like, you can, drink up, let the taps flow. But Mama wants the cream right off the top. She gets her cup first. Once I have sex, once I know this is my house, once I've marked my territory with my female ejaculate. Okay, is that worse than saying squirt? Yes. Then I want you to get crazy. You can put a sock on the doorknob. I'll go to Barnes and Nobles, have a latte, come back in an hour or two. Take a deep breath, smell the sex in the air, and just know everybody in this house is getting some. I mean, she's a fucking team player, and you're not a team player. Just because you've got an intimate relationship and you've got your physical needs more or less satisfied, I don't know. That doesn't mean you get to flaunt it in their face and take someone's house virginity. The sole issue with me having sex here is because she wants to break it in or something. I understand the principle, but I would just never ask someone, and I find it weird. She gets it, but she doesn't want to get it. She wants us to say, listen, what Mama don't know won't hurt her. And if you walk in a little loose, feeling good, just, letting it hang, you're just having a good day. That doesn't mean you got your rocks off. She wants us to say, it's weird, you don't have to keep your promise. No, you do have to keep your promise. It is weird and you do have to keep your promise. Both can be true. And we're going to have to get her laid. This is some movie shit. I want to have sex in my friend's house, but my friend won't let me have sex in his house until he has sex. Well, guess what we're doing tonight? We're fucking crawling through the streets of our local downtown bars, starting conversations, seeing who's a little loose and quick with it. See, what if we all have sex together? What if this is her way of getting a threesome? She's like, okay, I'm going to bar them from having sex until I have sex. And naturally, they're just going to invite me to have sex. So that's the quickest way for all of us to have sex, is if we just all have sex. It's like, no, I get to have sex with your girlfriend first in my house. And then you guys can have as much. Okay, that's so fucked up, but that's not what's happening here. It's just, it's funny. I don't know what it is. Just, I'm picturing this homeowner who, imagine that her roommate does have sex in her house before she does. What's her mornings going to be like when the roommate moves out and she's there home alone, like sitting, sipping her coffee in the morning in a quiet moment and just being like, fuck. I let my fucking roommate fucking go wild. I'm just sitting in my room like a fucking incel, paying the goddamn mortgage like a goddamn incel. She just doesn't want to. Oh, excuse me. She just doesn't want to feel like an incel in her own house. She wants to feel like it's her fucking kingdom, and she can bring people home and fucking go at it. Okay. Yeah. Her last edit is, damn, should I just find her someone to have sex with? Yes. Apparently, lesbian relationships, it's this magical world where everyone's immature. according to my ex, like, oh, the lesbians, they're just such superior beings. They can all be friends. Even after being intimate and going through relationships. No, they have weird territorial things, hang-ups. Just like us heteros. And, yeah, find someone to have sex with her. Do it. Be a wingman. I feel like that's something. That's something that exists in culture, but you don't see it happen. Maybe I'm just not out in the world making those opportunities. But like the wingman or the wing woman, it's just, I feel like it's just a meme that people say, like, oh, I'd be a great wingman. Oh, I'd be a great wing woman. Now's your chance. Can you be a great wing woman? Because guess what? It's Big Mama's house, and Big Mama's got to eat first. So if you want the fucking sing hallelujah or to bite, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to be vulgar and just really squeeze out some offensive sexual innuendos, but I won't. My advice is get a hotel, you fucking uncreative, ungrateful roommate. She's like, I'm so grateful for this. Oh, the second someone tries to like tell you to rein it in under your house, you're like, it's so weird. This is like I get it. It's just weird, right? Yeah, it's fucking weird. But she asked it, and you agreed. So do the right thing. And fucking sack up and be a fucking wing woman. All right, that's it for that advice. Yeah, okay, that's fine, guys. Another wacky episode, another regular wacky episode. Hopefully I can have a nice, productive, energizing, rejuvenating. I want to be energized, rejuvenated, relaxed, and be productive. I want it all, man. Maybe I can have everything and be everything all at once. Nope. Whatever. Thank you guys. Thank you so much if you made it this far in this episode. You're truly appreciated. We will be back. I'll see you all tomorrow. But that's it for today's episode of Cast Me Outside. It's been a lot of fun, but we're done. Gotta run. Thank you this time for your time. And until next time, keep on living and loving. Peace.